Welcome back to Tom's Geek Rods again. Good morning. Today, we are working on a Predator 2000 inverter generator. He said it's been sitting for a while. It won't crank because the fuel is stale. So let's go through this thing and get it working. Let's get this thing cleaned up and running good. Get it cleaned up and running good. Get it cleaned up, running good. We're going to drain that fuel tank and drain the carburetor. Let's see, how does this panel come off? We got a bolt right there, looks like a 10 millimeter. Grab a 10 millimeter. Okay, a little shoulder bolt. Okay, clips right off like that. Oh boy. Yep. So let's take and drain the bowl. All right, grab a Phillips head screwdriver. That little screw right there. Loosen that, and it'll drain whatever's in here. Let's see, we're going to turn this switch on to run, because that'll turn the fuel valve on. Oh, good. Well, I'll tell you, they put this bodywork right in the way. I hate to know I got to split this case open, and that might be the case. I'll just use a pair of pliers to get in there and grab that thing. There it goes. Use a draining. Draining. Let's take the fuel cap off. That fuel don't look really yellow or anything. Smells fresh. It's full too. I bet you he just filled this thing up. Yeah, that fuel in there looks fresh. Grab my turkey bush. I'd say she ought to run with that fuel. Let's close that and see if we can crank it. Okay. Set this out of the way. Make sure you turn your vent on. That's a vented cap. Without turning the vent on the gas cap on, it'll go dead because it can't draw fuel. It'll stop the flow. Won't let the fuel flow. Okay, let's get back here. Let's stand back and see if we can't crank this bad boy. Okay. Put it on start so it chokes. Make sure the choke is working. It is. Okay. Put it on start. Okay, shut, crank, and run. Well, give it a minute for the bowl to refill. Yeah, give that bowl a minute to fill. Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Nothing. So I'll pull this little vent line off. Pull that off. We'll shoot something in there. Turn the choke off. Just put it on run. Now we'll see if it'll crank. Little carburetor cleaner. Okay. So it's definitely not getting fuel. She's not getting fuel, Captain. So what we're going to have to do is probably split this case because of this bodywork. But let's try without doing that. I think that's a good idea. Let's just get this carburetor off. Because we got a little bit of clogging in the main jet, I would imagine. I would imagine. Well, there we go. I know Honda and other brands don't have this crazy bodywork right there. That is ridiculous. Let's grab us another flashlight here. Boom. All right, 10 millimeter, there and there. 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. Okay. I don't believe we're going to have to take that air cleaner box off. What we'll do is just get this off and see if we can't pull it back, pull it out of the way. And you know you're going to drop that, so go ahead and grab your magnet. Pow. That gasket. Yeah, just pull it right out of there like that. Gotta make sure we get that back in there. Okay. Go ahead and pull this hose off because you know that's going to be in the way a little bit. It just slides onto that valve cover. Well, we got a little zip tie right there. Oh, lordy, lordy. And we'll have to get this choke cable out of the way. Looks like it's pretty frayed right there. That's gonna be a mess to get that back through there. What I'm gonna do is put a little dot, a little bit of paint right there. And that'll tell us how far it was sticking through. We can also measure it. Let's see, that was sticking through That's sticking through exactly 1 inch. Okay. Do my pliers. It's kind of hard to reach in here and grab. You know, instead of fighting with this thing, I believe I'm going to go ahead and just split this case. I think that would be a good idea because it's not going to be too difficult to do. So let's do that. I hate fighting with something. You got 2 screws on this side. One there, one there, and on this side you got one there. Okay. One there. Grab me a longer Phillips bit. One there, one there. Set this over here. And then you got one here. And we'll have to take this panel off. It's a Predator inverter. There we go. Just like that. There, one there, one there. You've got one up here. Let's see. This panel here, that should be fine. I don't believe we'll have to pop this out. Let's see if we can pop this knob off. Let's see, this should kind of pop off, or at least pop back for us. Let's see, do we have anything on the bottom? Nope. I can't tell if that's one piece. Yeah, that's gonna stay. This is all one piece. Yeah. I think this might be the first Predator I've ever worked on. You got 2 more 10 millimeters there. One there, one there. Set this hardware over here. Let's see, I may have to take that out. I believe we do. That looks like it might be a 8mm. It's a 10. All right. All right. Don't forget this little screw right there. You know I'm gonna drop it. Okay. Now what do we have? What do we have? Something right there. This little doohickey right here is gonna have to come off. This little piece right here, that little piece of trim, how does that pop off? I can figure it out without breaking it. I don't see no screws. That's definitely what's keeping it from coming apart. There it goes. There we go. Just snap some. Hanging right in here somewhere. Is there another screw back there I didn't see since I removed that? No, but it definitely wants to come loose. It's probably got a little tab right there we're going to have to manipulate right there. Wow, there we go. Now we can work on it without having to fight with it. So much easier now. Okay. It ought to just slide right off. We're probably going to have to take this stud right here out. I have on other models. And this fuel tank. It's right in the way too. It's in the way of this mechanism. I wonder how hard would it be to pop this fuel tank out. I've never taken one out before. Let's pull this off. Now that'll have to come off. Let's take a look in there. I know we can just raise the fuel tank. Yeah, that goes way on back there. Raise that up and out of the way a little bit. Yeah, let's pop that stud out. Tighten up against each other and unscrew and out you go. I'll tell you, this pollen has got me all ready. All the trees are budding and blooming. All the bulbs are coming up. It is springtime in Atlanta. Uh-oh, somebody's trying to contact the Dobster. Come in, Dobster. Welcome to the world's longest stud. Why is that not coming out? Why is that not coming out? Anyway. Whew. Let's see who that was texting the old Dobster here. Okay. Ah, got it. Got it. It's got that crazy shoulder on there. Okay, let's get the fuel line unhooked and the drain line. Well, yeah, all that can stay. You don't have to take that off. But what we're going to do is take this off. There's no obvious way to unplug it. They never put a good way to unplug those things. That's the automatic idle control modulator. And when you take this off, it's going to bing, spring back. You'll see right in there. See how it just flipped? So when you put it back on, you got to turn this and catch that little slot that goes in. Set that aside. Let's see here. Let's try to pull it back so we can get to that fuel line. That's about the last thing holding it. Right there. I said I wouldn't work on none of these anymore. Too aggravating, too time consuming. Make sure the fuel's turned off. Put the knob back on there, make sure we're turned off. Looks like we are. Yeah, double check that. Push that fuel line off without hurting it. Looks like it's got a cut in it right there. It sure does. We're going to have to replace that fuel line. It does. It's got a cut in it. Yeah, we'll replace that. Boom. And we need to get this off. It ought to be our carburetor now. Well, now that wire's all wrapped around that. There we go. Whew. It's a boy. When we put this back on, I'm going to move this on around a little bit in that direction. That way you can get to it from this angle with that bodywork on there if you have to drain it. Otherwise, you couldn't get to it with a screwdriver. Okay, let's grab our favorite carburetor cleaning pan. Yay! Yay! Can't use the workbench over there. I got it piled full of a big engine job. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. It don't take long for that fuel to go stale in the bowl. We're gonna have a clogged up main jet right there, I bet you a few dollars. Let's see, we gotta use the proper size screwdriver on that. I should use that other screwdriver. You see that? Stuck to my finger and I about lost it. Get that jet out of there. Boom. I'm gonna have to do the same thing to the bottom of this flashlight that I did to the bottom of my tripods. I took plumbing pipe insulation and put on there. That way you don't hear the tripod bouncing around anymore. Every time I slide it and move it, bump, bump, bump. My hands are getting tired. I'm about to look back at my videos and see if I ever worked on a Predator generator before. Wow. Okay. There's that. We have to get this for the secondary idle circuit. Where'd my Phillips head go? That just holds that on, that little jet there. And we'll take a little screwdriver and just kind of pry it a little bit. Pry it out. Okay. There it is. Got to make sure that's clean. You can tell that's all gummy. Ew. Make sure the O-rings are good. They are. Okay. Grab a can of carburetor cleaner. Want to make sure it's clear coming out that side. Yep, I've seen some nastiness come out of there. Okay. Let's hit it with the air hose. All right, now let me grab my little needle tool. Here it is. Anybody out there need any acupuncture? I can do it. Flow. Okay, now let's clean this. And we have to go through every hole. Y'all still with me? Ow, I poked my finger that time. Okay. Tedious, man, tedious. And now for that jet. That's the one that's probably clogged. Grab my little auto scope and peek in there. Looks to me like it's completely clogged. Can't see no daylight through it, probably because I have my fat finger on the other end of it. Well, I can't even hit the hole there, Doby. There you go. By golly, she's open now. Oh yeah. You can almost see you see through it now. Yeah, that's good. Let me grab my little bit bigger poker tool. This one's a little bit fatter here. We'll see if it'll go through there too and get it more clean. Yeah. Now she's good and open. Okay, now clean the bowl. About forgot to do that. Make sure there's no looseness. Let's take this over to the parts. Well, we can't get to the parts washer. I got the other half of that engine over there. Well, I tell you, I got two. Ooh, let me show you something today. This morning, it's been 6 24-hour periods. Every day the warm sun has been beating on it. So I know it's cured. So it's cured. I finally got to put Mother's van back out there. That is nice. Not a day too soon because I need the room. That came in yesterday. I got 2 John Deeres sitting there waiting. I got that Craftsman tractor done. Log splitter come in yesterday. That generator's done. Whew. I got to do that Craftsman. I got to do that John Deere and service that Gravely zero turn. And it's also got a flat tire too going down. Oh, and I also got a shed full of push mowers and pressure washers. It's springtime at Doby's, man. Woo-wee. Springtime at the motor shop. Springtime at Senor Doby's. Little Scotch Sprite. Get that bowl nice and cleanly. Had to go pick up some belts and blades this morning. I'm waiting for a delivery of another set of blades and another belt and gasket set for that engine. And I'll tell you, some days you just feel like you can't get nothing done. It seems like it's about noon before I even get to pick up a tool around here. People think working, you know, running a lawnmower shop is just fun, but it's not, man. It's the office work. It's the accounting. It's the, you know, when somebody brings something in, you know, you got to write the invoice. On the back of it, you got to write down all the parts you order. Keep track of that. Put their name on the board. Put their name in the book. Call when it's ready, or you got to deliver it. It's a lot of work, man. Just that's why all these other shops, big dealerships, you see, you got a bunch of people behind the parts counter, a bunch of mechanics, a bunch of office workers, and I tell you, every year I get busier and busier because we had 3 shops close in the area last year before. I'm just glad Linus opened his shop next door. I can send folks over there. And then you get a big job in, like that engine job, and that just really slows you down, backs you up, and runs you behind. Looks like you sure are looking haggard these days, Doby. Because I am working myself to death out here. All right, let's get this bowl put back on. Quit rambling. Clean that needle. Yeah, I gotta clean that needle. That thing's nasty. There's a lot to running the shop. I have really and truly thought about getting rid of my Google ad and just keeping the clientele I've already got. That way I ain't so darn busy. I could still stay busy if I decided to quit advertising. Get my business off that Google business profile thing. I'd still stay steady. This is supposed to be a retirement hobby. It's beginning to consume me. I don't want to be complaining. I'm blessed to have the work. Very lucky. If you enjoy what you do and you're good at it, man, they will come. They will come for you. By the droves. I'm just glad I'm not like lawn care guys. I'm not affected really by the rain and stuff like that. You know? I could have 2 feet of snow out there right now and I could still, you know, just be in here working. Very fortunate. I even got to where I come out here on Sundays with the gate and everything closed and phone turned off, and I could just work and really knock out a bunch of stuff. I just didn't want it to become a 7-day-a-week job. I get this thing started. Come on, little jet, screw in there for me. You gotta be real careful not to cross thread this. All right, there we go. Try to get that back in there somehow or another. Kind of easier. It's a whole lot easier to get it out than it is to put it back in. Make sure you don't hurt them O-rings. Get that sucker in there like that. I need to use a pair of needle nose, I guess. Yeah, let me do that. Grab me a pair of needly nose. And be very careful because you're right on top of that O-ring. All right. Spin that around, make sure that's straight, and push it in. All right. Just slide that back under like that. That just lays on there. And then take your magnetized screwdriver. If you can hit the hole there, Doby. Oh, it just moved. Oh, nope. My elbow hit the camera and made me jump. Ooh, I don't like working with small stuff like this anymore. Ah, oh, just lost it. There. There. Before I drop it in there. So I wish I had my workbench cleared out over there that is taller, and I can set this on the floor, on the table. All right, I got my thumb on it right there. Yeah, we got it. All right. Ooh, don't drop it. Now I want to put this bowl back in a position. More of this direction right there. Yeah. That direction right there. Let's brush that off real quick. No, it looks pretty clean. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right. Let me hit pause. I gotta go get a drink of water. My mouth is dry.